Poverty is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
There is no sound more relaxing than your own zombie villager hidden in your floorboards. Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Philosophy SMP. I think we're on episode 5 or 6, I don't know. We had a server reset last night. I expect another 1.5 hours tonight. We'll see what happens. That just kind of interrupted my whole plan, so I went ahead and just went to bed. I'm going to be using a combination of jungle wood and oak wood for my ship, so let's see how that will work, because I just don't know how it's going to look. Somebody, when I said that I was doing a ship, was happy with that, but they wanted me to do a pirate ship, but I wasn't ready for a pirate ship. Do I have my oak on me? I have my oak that I did collect on me. Okay. We've got some bread. We've got a little bit of health, so we're good all around there. Somebody else was talking about clearing all the trees, but I love how my island looks, man. I don't want to change its appearance. So, one of my debates is this mast here, if I should leave it as jungle or if I should turn it into oak. So what I'm going to do is leave it for now, but later on I'm going to try an oak mast, and I'm going to try 18 to 24 tall, and we'll see how that looks. And I was going to ask for a sponge because I wanted to drain out all this water, but now I'm kind of leaning towards let's keep the water in there because it makes it more realistic. I think we'll just use the oak right here along the sides and we'll see how it looks. I'm kind of curious, so cue the fast forward music. Now, generally speaking, when you want to mix two different woods or two different textures of any kind together, what you want to do is have an irregular pattern. So I should have some of this oak going down below. I figure I could get away with it because it would emulate like the water line or something, but I'm not sure. We'll just have to see because I don't really have enough jungle tree wood to do anything. I don't want to kill off any more of my jungle trees, and worst comes to worst, I can just retexture this all out in oak if I have to. Yeah, I can tell already that this multicolored texture choice here isn't going to work very well. I'm going to replace what I can right now. I was hoping it would work. I was going to build this out of oak originally because, of course, if you have a boat, most boats are done in oak. So it would make sense to have it done in oak, but I didn't. I'll figure out all the fine details later. For right now, we need to get a cabin in this and then have our mast swing it over the back end, which should be open. That didn't come out quite like I had intended. I was kind of hoping for this to be along the edges so that it would look like trim, but it just met up with these other stairs we have here. So this will be where my thing that I'm going to set up will be set up. I think I want it just a bit longer. I think 2 more each side. And I need to check the chat in case anybody's trying to talk to me. I don't want to be rude. So real quick, just want to take a minute and get a little real with you guys. I don't think I've ever been on a sailboat. I've seen pictures. My parents talked about having one and being out on one for a while. So I'm familiar with the concept of sailboating and all that sort of stuff. But I've never been on one. I've never really seen one. And I don't think I've ever been close to one in person, although I'm not 100% sure. I know I've never been on one. So I don't know anything at all about designing and building a sailboat, and this could be, you know, just completely off base as far as what a sailboat's supposed to look like. And I just wanted to bring up something that somebody told me once, and it really hurt me. It was dealing with writing. I was writing a story, and this person said that I had no right to create that story because I didn't know what I was talking about. I had no experience with that. You know, I was writing this story, and I had no experience at all with what I was talking about. And that really hurt me. I remember that, and it stuck with me all these years later. But I know that they're in the wrong. And it's not a matter of right or wrong or whatever, but I know that they weren't right to tell me that because, you know, writers have to make up stories all the time. Not every writer experiences the stuff they write about. It's illogical to assume that they would. Now, I might have misinterpreted what this person said, but I'm pretty sure I got it down pretty clearly as to what they said. So that really kind of affected me, but I've since learned that you learn by doing and you explore, and that's how you figure things out. And maybe I've never been on a sailboat, maybe this won't be an accurate sailboat, but it doesn't have to be. It has to just simply be a boat or the impression of a boat. Just has to look good enough and do serve the purpose that I have for it in mind. And it just has to give me joy in making it. All day today, I've been looking forward to coming in here and making this boat for you guys. That's been my driving motivation all day. I'm not just making it for you guys, I'm making it for me too, but basically completing the boat. That's what's been on my mind all day. I helped my dad a little tonight, and I was thinking about this, and this is what I wanted to get back to and started doing. Because I'm enjoying this. And that's the whole point. That's what it's about. It needs to be something you enjoy. So, what I thought I would do here is I would use this white wool and make that as the part where the sail, I did look at some pictures last night on Google, and this would be the part where the sail would be resting when it's not erected. So I thought I'd use wool for like the idea of this is where a sail is wound up. So we'll see if that's going to work. And it's got to be above my head height, but it's also got to be low. So this is going to be tough here. Because if I do it here, I think this is too high. And if I do it here, it's going to be in the way of, yeah, you can't walk over it. But this would be the realistic placement of where that would be. So I'm going to do that for now. Okay, I don't think it would be that much. So here is a 7 to an 18. Could also do a 6 to an 18. So 1/3. I kind of like the 7. I think that kind of fits, and it lets you walk around it a little bit. I'm going to go with the 6 for now. Let's get a distance shot and hope and pray a creeper doesn't sneak up on me. It's a little bit short, I think. It probably should be a 7. Needs to have the idea of the base of the sail. I'm not going to do any floating blocks like doing an angle or any of that stuff or any ropes or chains. It's just going to be the basic shapes that I can do. Another thing that I learned is that it's important to get a little distance away from an object and look at it and see if it's going where you want to go. Here's zombies. Should we fight a little? Is it safe? I love how the ground glistens after the rain. I know that's not really realistic, but I love how it looks. What do you think? Is that working? I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't want to get caught up doing details, so I'm going to take it away for now. but I want to think about that for sure. That's probably a little bigger in the cabin area than it needs to be, and I'm still going to go for some slabs to create a sloping roof. Getting some delay or ping on the server right now, so I don't know how much longer I can play. Well, I can tell you that the scale is slightly off. It should be a little bit smaller in the part where you'd go underneath. But Minecraft scale is always going to be a little larger than real life. You've got to scale it to the character. So if we go down inside and we check, we'll see that my head's going to be getting really close to the ceiling here. I can lower it a little bit, but then it becomes very difficult to navigate in. Don't want to do that in the in a structure you're going to have people visiting and using. So, excuse me. Now, if you know about sailboat construction and there's little bits and bobs you think I should add that are missing, please let me know in the comments below and let me know what you think of what we've created so far here. The sun is out and we are going to work on the sail because it was too low. It's got to be free to rotate around. I mean, if you're doing a sailboat, that's what you normally do. So let's grab this block before it despawns and do that. I mean, I may not know a lot about sailboats, but I know a little bit. Let's go with 8 this time and see how that looks. I think we could even go one more and it would be fine. Let's do the full 9. Alright, now we need some kind of way to access the lower area. So, no, that won't work either. I don't think. Well, that's fine, except that, okay, so I can get up here. Yeah, that works, okay. Just a little hard to get up. You can get up to there, but then the next question is, where does the next stair go? I've made an executive decision that there's going to be a little flaw in the design here. It's the only way to make it work that I can see right now. Nothing else seems to work. The thought of putting a torch there on my mast terrifies me after all the work I've done here. Okay, so the next mystery is how do I make my upper stairs? Well, let's add some stairs and see if this works. I am actually very happy with that. Let's wrap this up. I don't know about the color blending, but we need to add a rail, and that rail will go along from here. And this might actually be turned into a full block because I don't know where the rail is going to meet on it. The mast looks like it's solidly mounted like it should, going right through the center of the ship. And we're going to use a different color, but I might keep what I've got. I don't know. And we need stairs for down below. What I really like about the boat is the underside footprint. I think it's very close to how that should look. It feels right to me. That's the way I would say it, and I don't know how to explain a feeling like that, but that's what I would say.
Everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change.
Now, one of the odd tricks about this biome is that sometimes oak trees give me jungle saplings.
Mumbling, I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing, you've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
So one of the reasons I have this golden apples in my inventory is to go through the process of creating a golden apple. If I recall correctly, a golden apple is what you need to cure a zombie villager, as well as, of course, a potion of weakness. And it's not gonna be using these, is it? I mean, it could be, but oh, more expensive than I thought it was.
Who don't know what thirst is? I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
So we went 2 blocks higher, we went with oak, and I think I like how that looks better, so that's what we're going to leave it at for right now. I like the height and I like how it looks, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now we get on to the fun part of this. Part you've all been waiting for. Why am I building this giant boat? Well, not really a giant boat, but this boat in the middle of nowhere. What is the point here? Well, there's a point, and you're going to see it in just a second. First, we got to see how this works here. Not very well, so we're going to change something there. Okay, and then we won't put anything here because you generally don't ride or do anything up here. You would only want that in the back. Now, I know the wood fencing looks dumb on this. I understand that, and I agree with you, it looks dumb. But there's not much I can do about that right now, but I am going to replace it with glass at some point, I think. And of course, we need a gate, and that's going to be how people are going to get in here. So I'm thinking right here. And we'll need a sign. So let's figure out a walkway for this and some kind of a dock or something that we can have people access both the island and this ship. I think first the walkway. What I was thinking originally was something along the lines of this. I don't know how well it'll work though. So what I'm thinking is we'll use some of these jungle pillars to create a dock, and we'll run it back here. We would probably have the walkway, have that attached to the side of the walkway, which would mean probably here, maybe? And then we'll put a lantern on that. And then I think I wanted at least 2 in thickness. Then perhaps on top of these I'll put some jungle fences. I should have the dock coming out a little ways. I don't know exactly how far I want, so let's count it out. Alright, let's think about this. If we put it in level with the water, that gives a cool effect like it's in the water, and I'm kind of liking that, but I don't know if I want that. I really wish Minecraft had a rotate option, because then I could rotate those the right way. Alrighty, let me know what you guys think. Let's get some more jungle log that we can skin and put on this other side, and we're going to create some lanterns and maybe some jungle fence. Not quite sure where the nose light should go. Okay, let's see if we can figure out where we want to put a couple of portholes. How about we punch one through here? And another one here. Yeah, we'll do one more right here above the steps. Well, the only thing I can see that might be wrong is that possibly we could knock that one corner back a little further, but I'm going to leave it. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not, the most beautiful design, but it's functional. It works and it looks pretty good, I think, for my first ship. And I can always detail and work on it later. What I can't always do is set up what I want to do with it. Might be some more tweaking I have to do. But the reason for all of this, the build-up for this whole joke, is that I am going to call this a sail ship. And this is where I'm going to put containers where people can buy stuff and trade and do whatever else. They'll be able to open them and drop things and do all of that here. So that's the whole joke. I know you've been waiting the whole episode to hear that, but let's establish the chests and the sign and get this going. I thought that was kind of cute. S-A-L boat instead of S-A-I-L. S-A-L-E instead of S-A-I-L for sailboat, because that's what it is. I can't believe I screwed up that pun that I've been waiting all night to use. Well, I guess that's going to conclude this video. There's not much more going to happen here, other maybe some tweaks on the shape and getting this ship up and running and checking out if anybody's going to stop by and selling some stuff. I don't think I'll worry about involving you guys with all that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you guys in the next one.